Hey everyone, and welcome to the All Elite Zone podcast on YouTube and Twitch. Uh, we are back with our WCW reactions. We left off at episodes 11 and 12 of Nitro. 12 was the go home show for WCW World War Three. And World
Mm-hmm.
War Three is something totally different. No one has ever done really. Kind of like war games they created.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
exactly like
three
war games.
three rings, a big battle royal.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, and there's also other matches on the card too, obviously. But if you guys would like to watch along with us, you can. If you have Peacock, you can go under Peacock and find World War Three. Watch 1995,
Yep.
the first one.
95.
But yeah, I'm gonna press play now.
I'm pressing play also. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Wish we were watching Halloween Havoc, but we already watched that anyway. So
Yeah.
hopefully next year we're able to time it. I think was it Johnny B. Bad and DDP? They're gonna they're gonna have a match on this.
Yeah. Actually, it was actually one of the better matches of the show, as I remember.
Yeah, like all of their matches have been top tier matches. That should be really main event caliber.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
World War Three.
that's a big arena.
That's huge.
That's a big arena. Like they start like the way they showed it when they first started. Wow, that's a
That
big
is
arena.
packed.
First
That's a
shot.
real sellout crowd right there. That's a real sellout crowd.
Oh,
Barely
good,
an
Bobby.
empty seat in the house.
Yeah, I don't think there's any empty seat. Like I feel like it's better when like back then there was no internet internet really to spoil
Mm-hmm.
anything. And I mean, you really didn't know anything. You thought it was all real,
Right.
which some fans do still think it's real. And
And
that's
that's cool. Let them
yeah.
let them keep that. Say, why tell them Santa Claus exists?
Mm.
I mean, why tell them Santa Claus doesn't exist? I mean,
I think a Forbidden Door, or I would call it Forbidden Wars, uh, like a Forbidden Door, but include Impact with it, New Japan, and a few others, and
mm-hmm.
do kind of like war games, like three rings, 100 wrestler battle royal between all promotions.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess winner gets to choose what title they want to go for or something.
Bobby the Brain. I miss that guy, man. The Weasel.
Type Go conventions for live electronic chat. I didn't know they had electronic chats.
I think this is around the time when they first started doing that kind of thing. It's really new. It's like you had to be rich as hell to have internet back then. Like nowadays, everybody has it on their phone.
It's probably one of those computers where it makes those noises and you have to sync to the, like you gotta have a
Mm-hmm.
server somewhere. He doesn't retain it.
Oh, yeah, this is when he brings back the red and yellow for another year and a half, and then he'll become Hollywood Hogan.
Uh, uh, At least it's got Hall Nash, so
Hmm.
it's not just Hogan.
You know, that's how Macho Man keeps looking at that fire, make sure it doesn't grow any bigger.
Mhm. What timestamp are you at?
Right now, I'm at 4:35. Yeah, right in the
All right.
middle of the that promo with Sting, Hogan, and Macho Man.
All right. Someone sent me a text message and it took me off.
Hmm.
Who lit the fire? Hogan?
Yeah, Hogan.
For what reason?
I guess to symbolize that he was. Hold on a second. All right. Anyway, I had people walking up in here like they didn't realize I was doing a show. Anyway, but yeah, Hogan. I guess he lit it on fire to symbolize that he's burning up. He's getting rid of the dark side and bringing back the red and yellow. It's goofy by on today's terms, but
Uh,
I mean, Gene's getting hyped. Hulk Hogan. Yep, that was WCW Saturday night.
I haven't checked them on Peacock yet, but I know last time I checked, like they only had 4 episodes from
Really?
different years, so you couldn't really watch them in order.
Hmm. You may have to. You may have to get an. Do you have an account with Peacock?
Yeah,
Like that you pay for?
yeah.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I'm about to say it may be limited by that.
I haven't checked in a while though, but they have everything except that really.
Yeah.
Gene Oakland said, "I think we're in the middle of an argument here."
But Kim was so. I mean, Kimberly was so boring on the mic, man. She, and she was in the middle of some pretty cool storylines back then, but she was crap on the microphone.
Gene Oakland's the best thing in this
Yeah.
backstage promo. Every photo, every shot they take in this arena makes the arena look huge.
Yeah. The sea of people. I mean, talk about a sold out crowd. That's a real one.
What was their attendance? I'm curious to see. Well,
I got to admit, Kimberly's looking pretty good though.
well, they had 12,000 people there that night.
Oh, that's not bad.
Looks
For
more
that
than that.
time, that's not bad at all.
It looks more than that.
Yeah. I like how
David,
he had Johnny B. Bad's gun, a little confetti gun. That was a good
thanks for
touch.
watching, David.
Yeah, appreciate it.
DDP, yeah. They just had backstage promo of
Yeah,
I guess you call it Diamond Doll and DDP.
yeah,
All of their matches so far have been good. I know they had a match on Nitro. I was
yeah.
about to
Like I
say,
said, this is probably one of the better matches of the show. It's the opener.
like I was about to say, Dynamite. I thought this.
You're getting used to saying dynamite every week.
Yeah,
I gotta admit,
no,
when I was a kid, I thought it was the coolest thing when he had the fucking jacket with the fireworks coming out of it. I thought that was cool.
that's cool. I ain't seen no one else do that.
No, and people love fireworks.
WWE used to do them really good, but
Hmm.
they when their product got bad, that got bad with it.
Yeah, and there was a reason why they took pyro away for a while. Well, there was a couple of reasons. Like number one was to cut costs back for budgeting, and number two, there was an accident at a show once.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
it was a WrestleMania. It was
yeah,
one
it was
where
right.
it was the one where it was John Cena versus Randy Orton versus Triple H
Yeah, that's it.
in Florida.
Yeah,
A few people got hit by it.
yeah, people, yeah, got hit and burned, and they stopped doing pyro for a long time after that.
I remember.
Lawsuits are out the ass.
I remember when Brock Lesnar was on Raw, and remember when he he tore up that car, and then he tore off the tore off the door, then he threw it,
Yeah,
then it hit a fan.
yeah.
And with his kind of force,
He swung that door wildly though. He just swung it, and he didn't look at where he was throwing. He just swung that mug.
and getting hit with that kind of force, that probably knocked him out.
The car door is not light. It's not a light. It's pretty heavy, especially like an SUV door.
That was when WWE was still good. I feel like they kind of got. I'd say after WrestleMania 33, like the Raw after Mania was great, but then after that they just.
Yeah,
I mean, I still keep like even today I still keep up. I don't really watch it weekly, but I know what's going on. Like I
right.
know who's champion, but I'm just not. Even though Triple H is in charge, I still don't really watch it weekly
I'm the same way. I mean, unless I hear about a good matchup, then I'll probably stick around to watch that match. That specific
because
specific match. But
a lot of people doesn't believe them no more after how they've played fans for so long.
can you blame them? You can't really blame them at all.
Triple H is gonna
You
have to
know
earn the fans' trust back.
exactly.
I mean, like even though they average millions of viewers every week,
Yeah.
some people still watch it and complain about it every week.
Yeah, they do, but they come back every week to watch it. You
Yeah,
know.
they bash it. And they bash it every week. Same like AEW. Like if you don't like what you're watching, I don't know why you're watching it.
Yeah, just don't watch. I mean, it's not going to do any good. You bitching about it.
Mhm.
Now, true enough, there are complaints that fans have that are legitimate, but for fans to just watch something just to bitch about it,
Yeah.
come on now.
Now there might be a certain wrestler I don't like you know, uh, doesn't mean I'm just there to do it.
Exactly.
It's weird to see all the fans not wearing a wrestling shirt. Like some people, most of everyone's just wearing a regular shirt.
Yeah, this is like way before like merch got super popular. 'Cause back then, you would see every now and then you see somebody with some with some merch on. Like nowadays, it's like you see a sea of merch when you go to a show.
I feel like for WCW at least when the NWO started, that's when they took off.
Yeah,
Because eventually, Paul Arena was black and white.
I remember that. It's actually a pretty cool visual.
I've not watched one Dynamite. I mean, I've not watched one Nitro episode with the NWO. Like I've watched clips and moments, but
Oh,
I've never watched a full episode.
I mean, they're really good up until a certain extent when they started letting everybody in the NWO. That's when it got kind of boring.
I feel like it's gonna suck when
I
Vince
mean, at first it's
Russo.
really cool, but the novelty of it all does kind of fade away after a few years of watching it.
Because Jericho even said that Like they'd always have like they everyone joined NWO
Yeah,
and everyone else was just getting squashed, doing the same thing every week. So
exactly.
so Jericho, Malenko, Guerrero, and Benoit went to WWE, and it worked out better for them.
Yeah, it did.
Almost all of them. Benoit was a world champion. Guerrero was a world
Mhm.
champion. Jericho was multi world champion.
Yeah. I believe Malenko wore some gold there too, if I'm not mistaken. I
Mm-hmm.
think it may have been like the light heavyweight championship. I'm not sure. I could be wrong.
I don't think they would have gotten any of that if they would have stayed WCW.
Right.
But I feel like it's going to start sucking when Vince Russo wins the championship and David Arquette. That just feels like the stupidest move.
Yeah. I
Why?
mean, it was really all to promote the Ready to Rumble, to promote that movie. That's really all it was about, him getting the belt, and because I think a lot of WCW wrestlers were in the movie, and at the same time they were promoting the movie. So, and the cool thing is, David Arquette didn't spend any of the money he made wrestling. He donated some of the money, all of the money to Owen Hart's family, I think, and Brian Pillman's family. I think that's where a lot of that money went. See, this is a really good match. So I was telling you, this is one of the better matches of the night.
Yeah.
I see the pacing of this match is really good too. It's not too long, not too short. Gives it a good time to breathe. Tells a good story.
Oh, Nick Patrick, referee.
Hold on, okay?
Uh,
There's some noise going on over here. Be right back.
very good pace match so far with these two. Other matches we've seen, these two have had great chemistry. Ooh, that was a stiff clothesline. I think this is when a Diamond Doll turns on DDP. No, I guess she joins him. I guess. Probably he doesn't like what he's saying. Oh, that was gonna be it. Power bomb.
All right, I'm back. Give the noise in the background. Have some folks that are getting ready to go out and they want to be all noisy.
I'm thinking this is where the Diamond Doll turns on DDP and joins Mark Marrow for a little bit, I think.
I think you could be right. I think this is when that happens.
Diamond Doll is a knockoff of Francine.
Exactly. Yes.
Like I
I didn't
said,
think anybody else. I didn't think anybody else would notice that, but yeah, that's true.
I prefer Francine.
Gotta
I
say,
mean,
this
I
has been
don't,
an incredible match.
which I haven't seen a lot of. Diamond Doll. That promo didn't really give a good first impression.
No. Hold knees up. These matches had some really good time. Oh, with the gut wrench.
Uh, that
That's a stiff looking elbow. Whoa, he's going for a tombstone. Oh god.
can drop him on his head.
Oh,
Uh,
oh my god.
Tombstone. Tombstone by Johnny B. Bad. His foot was on the ropes, but
That was a good tombstone by Johnny B. Bad. That was awesome. Great reversal too.
I don't feel like that punch would put someone outside the ring.
He sold
I
it
remember
like it did though.
one time the CM Punk slap Vince McMahon, he just fell down. If someone
Yeah.
slapped you, I don't think you'd fall down. I mean, if they really, really slapped you hard and knocked you out, yeah.
Hmm.
But that was good. I don't know what you call it, springboard. Nobody won with that.
Well, Johnny B. Bad picks up the win
I didn't
and the
think he'd.
title.
I didn't think he'd win the match with that move. Huh.
That was a nice pickup of the win though. Gotta say, great match for the opener. You're trying to be bad. All right, I just beat your man's ass. Now what? Yep, there it is.
Hmm. This is
She,
this is awkward. She
she's
doesn't look.
tired of that. She's tired of the Roman noodles. She wants some steak.
Really doing fireworks on Halloween. It's
Oh
not.
man,
It's not 4th of July. People outside are shooting fireworks.
that's weird. Who
It's
shoots
not
fireworks on
Memorial Day.
Halloween?
It's not 4th of Halloween.
Mm-mm.
I like 4th of July and stuff like that, but I just don't look forward to the fireworks all night.
Yeah, that can get a little annoying. I know what you mean.
But sometimes they overdo it, like days after 4th of July.
Yeah, when they got the leftover firecrackers.
Hey, if they do what they did last time again, bust out the garage thing, it's gonna be hell to pay. Like the Undertaker says in his theme song. Which one was it?
that
Not
was
the roll,
the
not the Roland,
that
but
was that was his that was his motorcycle. He
yeah,
was riding a
because
motorcycle.
I know we had two different. He had Limp Bizkit
Dead
by
Man Inc. That's what it is.
yeah, I know he had Roland by Limp Bizkit. WWF.
Mhm.
They're mentioning this on their product.
Well,
Wow, wow. The WWF
I didn't
steroids.
know that happened. I had no idea
Like,
that happened.
like, is this when Vince McMahon went to court and all that with the steroids and stuff?
I think that was like back in 92, 93. No, 93. Whenever that all happened. But I'm
That
sure
bring,
I'm sure WWF was getting sued for something at this time. They're always getting sued for something.
oh yeah, because Hulk Hogan was at that. He was there at that lawsuit thing. I'm surprised I
Yep.
mentioned that WWF steroid.
It sounds like him right now. Fulfill your dreams and reach your goals.
No,
Oh yeah, he's in there too. I forgot. And they
69.
just cut Mean Gene off. You see that?
Yeah, they cut him off. I got a commercial too.
I kind of want to see this movie though.
What movie is it?
Um, it's about the android
Best Friends?
Megan. That's what it's. Yeah, Megan. I kind of want to see that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's the same one on my end too.
That kind of thing terrifies me too, man. Because AI
Mm,
becoming too smart and taking over. That's scary. That's a scary thought because it's possible.
mm. Why does he got to be on the card? I like the Big Boss Man, not Big Bubba Rogers. He was Big Boss Man, wasn't he? Yeah, he's Big
Yeah,
Boss Man.
yeah.
I'll never call him Big Bubba Rogers. I don't know who came up with that name.
I never got the gimmick of Big Bubba Rogers. I didn't know if he was just some dude that liked to fight or what.
Or Hacksaw. I love Hacksaw. He was the first winner of the Royal Rumble, the very first
Yeah,
Royal Rumble.
yeah.
I like Hacksaw. He's a very nice guy. Well, if you ever watch Legends House, maybe not as nice, but if you meet him out in public, if you meet him at a sign or something, he's always nice.
He's always cool with fans.
Have you
I'm
watched
pretty
that?
sure there's people that pretty sure there's people that he don't like, but he's always been cool with fans.
Have you ever watched that series? Well, it's on Peacock too, and the WWE Network used to be, but Legends House.
Yeah, I did watch
Uh,
Legends House. I love the Roddy Piper in there. That he was the one to watch on that show.
Axel and who? Axel and Tony Atlas, wasn't it? Uh,
Yeah, and
some of those guys
Hillbilly
had
Jim,
some
Jimmy
of those
Hart,
guys. Some of those guys had egos.
major egos. Yeah,
I like where Jimmy Hart did something, and then he got Pat Patterson all wet and stuff, and then he started cussing him out.
they always got the goofy ass fights on the show, and they were like the dumbest fights, fights
To
that
be
old people would get into.
to be over something petty too. It's hard to believe that. It's hard to believe that almost everyone on that show is dead now.
I know it's crazy.
And that show came out in 2014. Well, to me, that doesn't feel like too long ago.
I know.
It feels like it was just yesterday. There's only four still alive. Hillbilly Jim, Tony Atlas, Jimmy Hart,
Hmm.
and Hacksaw.
Yeah. I think the yeah, well, Pat Patterson just died not too long ago. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I think it was this year. Could have been last year. I'm surprised his head doesn't get stuck. Well, if he would have put his head lower, he probably would have got stuck.
Probably. I've always enjoyed like this type of wrestling when it's two big dudes, two big hosses in a fight, just beating the hell out of each other. It's always fun to watch. I'm trying to remember if Hacksaw Jim Duggan uses the tape in this match. I don't remember because he used to pull out that tape and wrap it around his fist. That was cool. I used to think that was the coolest shit. So I don't know if you've ever been hit with the fist wrapped with tape, but it's pretty hard.
Yeah.
It's, it's like a cement block hitting you in the face. Oh, uppercut. That was a fast uppercut by Big Bubba. Where's the referee? Oh, there he is.
Mhm.
He stayed in the ring. He wasn't getting outside the ring for anything.
I feel like if Big Bo Rogers was in this match, I don't know. I just don't. I just don't get. I guess I just always like him as Big Boss Man.
Mhm. For a big dude, man, Big Bubba could run pretty fast.
Yeah.
Oh, David.
I knew this was going to be coming up. If if anyone knows what happened yesterday, you're stupid. All right, so this guy on Twitter, he has his he has a podcast, something, and AEW posted the match with Jaden Cargill and Marina Shafir in a match. He commented and said, "Oh God, no, not again." I can't, I can't blame him either. He got
Yeah,
probably
you
a
can't.
thousand. He probably got 1,000 likes on that comment too. Well, Jade and Marina Shafir couldn't take the criticism, of course, and blasted
Right.
him.
Mm.
And other wrestlers got into it as well. I think Nyla Rose,
Mm-hmm.
Rebel, almost the entire women's locker room. It's
Damn.
none. Like, I hate to say this, but like what CM Punk says, it was like it was none of their business. I should have
That's
known better.
true. That's true.
like like some of those sayings that CM Punk had, I like to use because like I work. What does he say? I'm tired. I'm old, and I work with effing children. Like
Yeah.
that can be that a lot of stuff he says can be relatable to, but
To Twitter.
I just think that I just don't think they can take the criticism. Like if so, like a lot, and it's not just him. About 90% of people on Twitter do not want to see that match. But
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
see
if that's the way they feel, it's their opinion. I don't see why they should be bashed about their opinion.
like they're basically just turning it into like he's dissing their work. But when it comes
Yeah.
to Sammy Guevara, they're all happy about the diss his work. But when it comes to Marina Shafir, oh no, we can't do that. That sounds double standard to me.
I mean, let's be honest here. The woman needs a little work. That's all we're saying. We're not saying that
Yeah,
she's a horrible person.
yeah, like
We're
that's what they're
saying that
trying
she
to
just needs a
make
little
it.
work.
And nothing in his comments said about her as a bad person. They're just twisting
Right.
it into their own words.
you,
Oh,
did you see a big over run into the fist? That was a
I
great
know
spot.
that hurt. You see that he flipped him over outside the ring and hit the. I know that hurt because I felt the edge of that ring. It does not feel good, and hitting it like he did. Yeah, he's
Oh, jeez. That sucks.
is he
That
bleeding?
sucks.
Yeah, I think he's bleeding.
That's not a good way to land. I know that. Yeah, got that tape. I gotta admit, I'm enjoying this little fight here. It's pretty fun. I just enjoy seeing Hacksaw get pissed off and get violent as hell. That's
And
cool. That was a great body slam.
for the IRS or what he goes by here, VK Wall Street or Wall
Yeah.
Street. See, I won't call him Wall Street. I always know him as IRS. Like some people,
Yeah, I'm the
but they
same
get,
way.
but I get that they had to because WWE owns the rights to those names.
Yeah.
Unless that's your actual name, like Hacksaw. Well, his name is not Hacksaw Jim Duggan, but his name is Jim Duggan.
hmm It's just like whenever I see Damian Priest, I'm always gonna think in my head Punishment
Punishment
Martinez.
Martinez.
That's
A lot
first
of
thing I'm
people
gonna
don't.
think.
A lot of people don't know him from Ring of Honor, but he got signed to WWE very quickly. Like he had a short ROH run, then he was signed to WWE just like that
Yeah,
because how impressive he was.
the dude was fired, man. He was awesome. Still is awesome, if you ask me. I'm a huge fan of his. Oh, yeah, that was pretty smooth though. Big Bubba, that was pretty smooth. Ref didn't even notice a damn thing. But yeah, Big Bubba just knocked Hacksaw Jim Duggan the hell out. Gotta say that was a good distraction by Wall Street.
Right.
That was a well done distraction. Perfect timing. That smooth uppercut.
Japanese one. I think Asia Kong's in this. She was on AEW a little bit. Asia Kong,
Hmm.
like when AEW first started in 2019. That's when she was a part of AEW. But they had like it was going to be Asia Kong versus Awesome Kong, but they never did it.
That would have been cool.
Like like I was at that event, Fight for the Fall in 2019. It was its own event. Well, because I didn't have a TV deal in the first place yet, but
Yeah.
like like they just had a face, like they just had a face off really. Yeah, like they was going to build towards that more, but they never did.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of it has to do with them going back and forth from America to Japan.
I think so too.
What is probably I shut him off, shutting everyone off.
Listen, Bobby Heenan, man, he never stops with the comedy. Miss that
Young
dude.
Rock. Are you in the Young Rock commercial?
Yeah. It's actually a
They're
really good show.
they're filming that here in Memphis.
That's cool.
Everyone's trying to go and meet the Rock, but you're not going to get in 10 feet of the Rock.
No, not
And if
unless you
you
pay
do,
for it.
and if you do, there's going to be security everywhere. Because like someone found where he's staying at. Like there's security everywhere.
See, that's what, man. That's crazy. Then all of a sudden, people know exactly where you're gonna be staying.
I don't know. I
That's
don't know how he
scary,
found.
though.
I don't know how he found it out. But he was at Jerry Lawler has his bar and grill down here, and I know the Rock's been at it because Jerry Lawler took a
Hmm.
picture with him. But I know he's probably been there a few times, and everyone's probably. I bet Jerry Lawler's getting good business just for him
I
being in
bet
town, just to see if he's going to be there. That's kind of stalking in a way.
it is. It's very much stalking. When you just figure out where somebody's gonna be, I mean, yeah, that's stalking. I mean, unless you're paying to go see them, okay, I get that. But if you're just wanting to find out where they're gonna be at, so you can jump out on them and say, "Hey, can we have a picture?" Yeah, that's stalking.
Hmm. It looks. I mean, a Ric Flair and MJF promo would be good.
Yeah, a lot of people are thinking that William Regal is gonna join forces with MJF. What do you think about that?
I could I could see him turning on Moxley. I
I
could see
mean, I
him
could
doing
definitely
that.
see that.
I'm curious to see where they go with this because it's not really predictable. Like you don't really know where they're going to go with this.
Right.
I like that because everyone wants to say everything's so predictable. I know what you can't tell me. No one, you can't tell me if someone predicted Moxley would beat Punk in like 30 seconds. or minute or how long it was.
Right. That was
No,
unpredictable.
no one, no one thought of that. I know I didn't.
I mean, the fashion that it was done and like the time it was done, it was very unpredictable.
And they even drew a big rating during that match. It was like they had like 1.208 million just for that match. Even though
Damn.
it was, even though it was short. You're talking about? Oh yeah, yeah, it is double standard. Because if like people uh like to complain about Sammy Guevara and stuff about his work in the ring,
Hmm.
but when it goes to someone else, oh no, you can't do that. Like that's so disrespectful. Well, it's the
Right.
same thing. It's the same thing with Sammy. You may not like how he acts sometimes, but still, and I don't get. This is a bunch of mess.
I mean, I
Like
totally
this,
agree, David. It's a huge double standard.
just his one comment set off a whole series of events.
Yeah.
And all he said was he's not. He doesn't want to see the match, and then I can't take criticism.
But I mean, in this line of work that they're in, they have to understand that fans are going to
Oh,
be critical. You know.
oh yeah. In this type, well, especially this day and age, be
Yeah.
prepared. And like that's why like Tony Storm's not even on Twitter anymore. Like she's not even on any. I think she's on Instagram maybe, but she's like she doesn't focus on that. And
It's smart
she
though. It's smart. I stay away from that stuff too. It's toxic as hell.
and it's worked out pretty good for her. I feel like because she's had a lot of good matches in AEW.
Yeah.
But Mike Tenay's on commentary. I like Mike Tenay. Oh, sloppy as heck. Referee, I wouldn't know how to read. Watch this match be better than Hulk Hogan match though. The one in the pink kind of makes me think of
Kyrie
Kyrie
Singh.
Singh. Yeah,
Yeah. Me too. I was thinking of that too.
I know she was with WWE and she left. Guess she went back to Japan.
Another one in the blue with the wild hair. I know she retired from wrestling years ago, lost a ton of weight, and now she's a professional golfer.
Wow, wow. I wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah, I mean she's pretty badass at it too. She's really good at golf. Some good tag team work though. I think this is at a time where WCW in Japan had a deal where they would trade talent.
Yeah, I
And
remember
I think
Hulk
there was
Hogan
like
being on.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm surprised New Japan doesn't have like Joshi wrestlers, but they don't have their own division like that.
no, not yet. I don't think so.
I'm surprised all these years they don't have that. That's, that's very weird.
Yeah. The cool thing
I
is
think,
that at the time, a lot of these people didn't get to see this type of wrestling. They didn't get to see, wrestlers like this from Japan. So it was kind of, especially in the South, they really didn't see this kind of style, which was kind of a bit of a treat for those who are really into wrestling. that could appreciate different styles like this, like Japanese style and lucha libre. I mean, WCW had a hand in bringing a lot of that in. Oh, that was a good move.
Oh, she was a pretty good punch, whatever you want to call it there. I was really still. A lot of Japanese women are really stiff,
Yeah,
and some of these moves makes it like how do they not break their neck?
a lot of conditioning, a lot of conditioning.
Have you
I
seen
mean,
the videos of like Athena? They're saying like being too aggressive, too stiff.
yeah, I seen that. That's a bunch of BS. She was, and if you really look at it, it's a standard match. She didn't go overboard. She was
I mean,
playing the heel. She was just all she was doing was playing the heel. People are like, I guess people aren't used to her playing the heel. I don't
I
know
mean,
what they're
she,
bitching about, but she did a
I,
great job in that match.
she was gonna be mad about this, but she's not soft like some people. It's gonna be wrestling on Dynamite, which it
Right?
should be. Which I say it should be Athena, but it is what it is. I would have liked to seen Athena versus Jade on Dynamite for the title,
Yeah,
have Athena win it, but
yeah.
they're
But
doing
I
this.
think I think in my honest opinion, I mean, I think people are just being soft about it. I mean, if you really look at the match, she was Athena was just playing a heel. She was just being a heel,
I
and
know.
she wasn't being too hard, too soft. She was actually doing it just right. And people were like, oh, she's too harsh. I
I know
mean,
this last. I know this last Wednesday, like they had a live Rampage, and before Rampage, they have like a lot of dark matches, and like they showed a video. Like this match hasn't released yet, but this. She kicked her opponent,
hmm
and like after the match, she was out of it. Like she was
yeah.
like I guess I guess got the wind kicked out of her. I guess you'd say,
But I mean, I'm just saying, maybe the
but
girl
she
couldn't take it. I mean,
but Athena can go. Like
that's what I'm saying.
she's
A
not,
thing that could go. I mean, maybe she couldn't take what the thing was throwing at her. I mean,
and
doesn't mean that Athena was going overboard. Just means that she has to go with Athena's flow. You know?
And Thunder Rosa can be stiff at times too. So Athena versus Thunder Rosa would work so good. Like that'd be a good match because they're both pretty stiff in the ring.
Yeah, that's how they were trained. I mean, and that's that's what I'm saying. People complain about it. They should just stop it because it's not ballet. It's not you're not watching a ballet. You're watching a wrestling match. You're gonna see people get hurt. I mean, not hurt as far as really hurt, but you're gonna see some stiffness. It's gonna happen. It has to look real. I mean, otherwise, you people will start bitching because it doesn't look real. I mean, you got to pick a side.
Yeah,
Stop being
you can't
fickle.
satisfy. You can't. You, Daniel Brian Danielson made that
Yeah,
popular. Pretty cool. And he,
and that's the way it is, though. I mean, she
like
hits them too soft, the fans are going to complain.
he
She
was
hits them too
even
hard, the fans are going to complain.
he was even right in AEW when he beat Colt Cabana. Then next week uh he said did Colt Cabana win the match? Like fans congratulated his performance, but did he win? Like he asked the fans like did he win the match? Did he win the match? And then
Yeah,
he said that's why I don't trust the American society for not like for anything or something like that.
that was good. But I mean, seriously, folks, you pick a side. I mean, it's just like whenever what was that a few years ago? There was a bunch of people saying Kenny Omega sucks, and but the same ones are going to be the
Uh,
ones that are cheering their asses off when he walks out. It's like, come on, stop being fickle. Ooh, great sequence. That was awesome.
like a lot of the ones like W fans probably hate on him, but if he came to WWE, he'd be like Cody. They'd start loving him.
Dude, no lie, I know fans like that. I know fans like that. There are fans for a long time that hated Cody because he was in AEW. Then the second he walks out, like, I'm gonna get a Cody shirt.
And same as a lot of AEW fans, like they were booing him out of the arena.
Oh,
Now, now you want him back? You should have started
right.
cheering him. Should have cheered him when he was there.
You see that
Which,
German suplex right there?
oh,
She almost broke her neck.
yeah, that's how you see. I don't see how they don't break their necks like that.
Jeez.
But I feel
She
like a lot of them are like like they're like they're trained to make it look stiff but safe.
right.
Which they're probably trained a different way than American, because like different cultures have their different way of training.
Oh yeah, well, Japanese actually beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, I watched. It was like Asia Kong. She beat the crap out of this one woman. It was like her. Apparently, like I didn't understand what they were saying, but the backstory of it was this one Japanese woman acted like she was above everyone else, and Asia
Oh
Kong
my
was the
god.
like Asia Kong was coaching all of them. So they did like an exhibition match in training, and Asia Kong tore her up. Like
I bet.
it got bloody real. Like she didn't say a damn thing. I bet after that.
I bet. That was a nice doomsday device, by the way. Did you see that? That was great. Damn. That was a dope match.
Yeah, that was yeah, like that was actually pretty good.
Yeah. You see that? Did you see that? Whoa, that was cool. Great leg drop off the top, the guillotine. That
That was a good
doomsday device, though, that was great. I like that.
kind of like the I guess the clothesline from like someone holding him on top and
Yeah.
kind of like a clothesline.
The Road Warriors made it famous.
Yeah, I think the Steiners may use it a little bit too.
Yeah, Steiner's used it too. And the Godwins from old school Attitude Era WWE. No, actually, one of the Godwins got their neck broken by that move. No, okay, yeah. Yeah, that was a great match, though.
Oh, last week Dynamite stupid. I don't know how I'm gonna respond to that. Well, anyways, Dynamite beat SmackDown in the ratings this week actually, but it's only because
Really?
obviously because SmackDown wasn't on Fox, they were on Fox Sports One. They were moved for
Right.
some reason,
Right.
so the ratings were down. And I made a comment like how they act about AEW going out of business and stuff, and I said, like, oh my gosh, SmackDown's fixing to cancel. Keep this up, and WWE's going out of business. And people are acting like like I'm being for real. That's the way they act. That's the exact same way they act for AEW.
People are so serious these days. Why?
They don't like it when I don't know. I don't even respond to them a lot anymore. I just say my opinion and let that be it. Cause I ain't got time to do all that anymore.
Right. I mean, that's the thing. The majority of the fans, they like to just take little tidbits of information that may not be even true, and they run with it like it's fact. And then they tell those other people, and those other people tell other people. It becomes a whole big whirlwind of BS.
Did it look like Lex Luger was looking from a script and
Yeah,
he couldn't?
he's looking right at this. Yeah, he's looking at the cue cards. Look at he's looking right at the cue cards.
Because he
He
keeps on
is
looking down.
he's reading. Yeah, he's totally reading.
He keeps on looking up and down.
And it probably says pose at the end, and then he starts posing. Oh god, That was hilarious. He was reading off of cue cards. I'm sorry, man, but if you're doing an important show, know your lines so you don't have to look stupid like that.
Some of his commercials.
Oh my gosh.
This is Disco Inferno.
Great. Just what we all want to
Is
see.
it?
That's who we want to see. That's who we paid to
Oh,
see.
Chris
That's who
Benoit.
we are streaming, doing the stream to see is Disco Inferno.
Oh, it's
Yes,
Chris
that's
Benoit. Like
okay.
this theme sound like Disco Inferno, but it's Chris Benoit.
Good. We dodged a bullet there. Whew.
But he's in that World War Three. But he's in the Battle Royal
I'm
just
pretty
to get
sure he is.
thrown out.
I remember this theme music never really matched him. Like okay, just a random shot of some blonde woman. I swear, I know this is in the 90s, but they had some of the most 80s sounding theme music. That's
Uh,
he pulls out a little flag. Sony, oh no. Oh no. It took me this long to realize why his name was Sonny Ono.
didn't Bobby Heenan and Sonny I know like on Dynamite they had those moments where like they were talking and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, where Bobby Heenan was schmoozing with Sonny Ono, rubbing elbows, trying to get in on the fortune.
Well, this sounds like when Don Callis is on commentary, it sounds like this. Well, not totally, but
Hmm.
like some of, especially when Kenny Omega's there and they cheat all
Yeah.
the time, and Don Callis makes those smart comments like Bobby Heenan kind of makes, and then Tony kind of goes off on him,
Yeah.
but he's still not Bobby Heenan. No one's gonna be Bobby Heenan.
No, no one's ever gonna touch that.
I like
Folks,
that last
if you're just joining us, folks, we're having the battle of the mullets.
battle. Yeah, Battle of the North. What's the Japanese guy's name?
I cannot even pronounce it. They'll say it again.
I know who he is because I've seen him on Nitro
I've seen him
before.
plenty of times.
Eduardo, thanks for watching. What's up, Halloween? Handsome Devils. I'm doing all right.
Alvaro, thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well.
Like when I woke up today, I didn't even know it was Halloween. Someone at work told me, and all right, well, it's Halloween.
I'm the same way, dude. I'm just like it's just another day for me. It's another day that you know,
I could care less, really.
right?
I mean, they gave us candy at my work, whatever.
But candy's always good.
Then they bought the whole place pizza today. I ain't never seen a. I've had 50 boxes of pizza stacked. I've never seen that much pizza.
Damn. I'm pretty sure no one ate it all. Some folks took some pizza home.
Yeah, some people got but they lined up and they got pizza. But like at the like at the like end of their shift, a lot of people were going back and stuffing some of their lunchbox and getting napkins and this one woman told them they can't do that, but they still did it. I, what's the whole thing going? I guess it's going good here.
It's going. I'll tell you that.
So you guys dressed as yeah, I'm a
Podcasters.
podcaster.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna be for Halloween.
I wear this shirt a lot, but it's the CM Punk. I wear a lot of CM Punk shirts. It's the this one.
That's a nice one.
Some of the All Elite crates. The one where him and MJF the dog collar match. Here's all bloody. He has the dog collar and this is a good
So I
temperature
heard.
match.
Oh yeah, it's very good. So I heard the plans that they were gonna actually do if CM Punk didn't mess stuff up. So it turns out that from what I'm gathering, they were gonna have CM Punk go over as the AEW championship and have them rekindle the whole rivalry between him and MJF, and then I'm thinking they would have MJF go over at the end, taking the title from CM Punk, which I think would have been awesome. I think they should have done that. That would have been what would happen if CM Punk didn't open his big mouth and
Well,
you know.
like even like even if he didn't do it, he's still injured. He's gonna be out for 7 to 9 months regardless.
True, true.
I don't know what he injured this time. I think they said he broke 2 ribs or something. Because the first time he broke it, it's stupid. He should have never dived off the stage. And he broke
That
his
was a
foot.
dumb move.
If he would have never did that, imagine all the things that wouldn't have happened. A lot of
I
things
mean,
would turn out differently.
I know, right? I mean, I get he was excited to be back, and but I mean, he could
And
have
then
just bent over and just gave the fans a good five,
like he
or a
said,
dap, or you know.
like it was in Los Angeles where like they have that ramp. It's not like any other ramp where like you dive off and you're going right into the fans. Well, he ran
Hmm.
and did it. Then he hit his foot on the guardrail, but he didn't
Yeah, I
feel
saw
it.
that.
Like he did, like he even said himself, like he didn't feel it when he did it, but once he started getting in the ring and stuff, he was feeling it. Knew he done broke something. But he said that he'll definitely never do. Well, if he gets to wrestle again, he would never do that. What? Oh, that was a good suicida by Kristen Waugh.
Oh,
But yeah, I feel like the plans would have been for MJF to win it at Grand Slam.
mm-hmm.
I guess this is the second time they've been screwed out of that. Because if MJF, if CM Punk when he got injured, it was supposed to be MJF and CM Punk. Then he got injured, so they postponed that. MJF made his return to All Out. CM Punk gets injured again, and Angin gets suspended twice. Third time is, I don't know if there'll be a third time, but I hope there is because their feud is still one of the best in AEW history.
Yeah. I mean, but from what I'm hearing, I mean, CM Punk, I don't. Thing is, I don't know if it's a done deal. I don't know if it's for sure. It's just a bunch of rumors from what I'm hearing right now. Is that he's done with AEW,
Yeah, they
and that they're trying to buy out his contract. So I'm not even sure if he's going to even be back.
but I feel like they would have already bought his contract out by now. I think they're worried about him going to WWE, but I still don't think he'd go there.
I mean,
He
thing is, he loves money, and if and if they show him
he
the right amount
didn't
of money, he could put up with anything. I think.
because he didn't leave on good terms with Triple H either.
True. But Triple H is always he also knows what's good for business.
Of
And
course,
you cannot deny that CM Punk in the WWE would be good for business.
he just went more good with their product. I think because he's more edgier. There's no one. I would say Seth Rollins, but he's kind of like a cartoonish character now. Tony Khan better
Yeah.
think about that. He better think about that before buying out his contract. Because I feel like that would be a bigger loss than Cody.
I
That would be
agree.
a
Yeah.
that would be a big blow. That's not Cody blow. I like that. That's a big blow. Two big stars in 1 year.
Yeah.
Tony, you gotta do so. You gotta do everything you can to try to keep Punk. Change his attitude or
Hmm.
something. Someone needs to change his DDP. You might. Well,
Hmm.
I don't know if probably not watching this, but if you are, please help out in this situation. Dive and headbutt.
Dude, he wiped the floor with Chris right there.
That's what caused a lot of. That's what caused a lot of his brain trauma.
Yeah.
A lot of hits to the head, and after what happened with Chris Benoit, you're not really allowed to do that move. But there's been a few people in AEW do that move here lately.
But Brian Danielson, he'll pull it out every now and then.
Yeah, I don't think anyone does it as their finisher like he used to
No, no one does it as finisher.
every week as he did it. But I've seen people do it every once in a while. I sort of believe that CM Punk's only.
We got some trick or treaters. Hold on a second.
This is probably gonna be one of the best matches of the night. I don't know. DDP and and well, Johnny Bad was also really good. Sasaki. I don't know what his first name is, but wow, he beat Benoit, and this was for the United States champion. He's the current champion because they said, and still, wow, he beat Chris Benoit. I was not expecting that him to beat Chris Benoit. That was a very good match, though. Uh, he doesn't know what he's saying.
All right, I'm back. I thought I turned the damn light off out there, but apparently I didn't. Starcade. Remember, Starcade used to be a big deal back in the day. It was kind of like WCW's WrestleMania, I guess you can say. What's up with Jericho in movies? I don't. Well, Jericho can do it all, I guess, nowadays. I mean, He's kind of done it all.
Oh my god.
Towards the end of your horror movie marathon, what horror movie are you watching now? What are you watching? What's on your screen? Yeah.
What's up with Jericho being movies? I'm towards the end of my 48-hour horror movie marathon. Oh, I didn't know it was a horror movie.
See, Luger was always an asshole. People, I remember back in the day, man. I was never a big Lex Luger fan because I saw right through him. Because you know how him and Sting were best buds, and I was like, Sting, he's an asshole. Why are you friends with him? You know, I think that was like the majority of us fans. And like there are times whenever a Sting and Luger will walk out, and Sting will be giving the fans a five, and whenever Luger's looking at, and then whenever Sting is looking at Luger will be giving the fans fives and everything, and then whenever Sting turns away, Luger will be like, "Don't touch me, don't touch me."
They're gonna get your coat coat. I like when was it Halloween Havoc when the giant no the Dungeon Doom whipped up on Hogan and Savage. And at the end, he then said, "It could happen to two better people," and then started
Yeah,
clapping.
yeah,
That was Starcade's the next pay per view we'll be
yep.
watching December 27th. I'm gonna go to that show December 27th. No one's probably gonna be there.
Hmm.
It'd be funny if someone actually did go like old event, and go all the way
Yeah,
there and have a ticket. WCW Starcade 1995.
be a good piece of history.
Like what if someone actually did it and
Hmm. Also, Jericho was in a horror movie, Terrifier 2. Oh,
got top billing and cash? What? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got paid the most. Any ter- in the last 5 minutes. When did this movie come out?
did it
It was
get
like an
killed
old.
off? Or I gotta see this. I didn't even know that. Yeah, when did it come out?
It's like an older movie, or I know he was in one movie. But like I know he's been doing a lot of shows. Like he did the a lot on Warner Media. He was on the Impractical Jokers. He was
Mm-hmm.
on the what is that show? The like Hot Ones.
Yeah,
He,
yeah. When they
he
taste those hot wings with the different sauces.
he did another one where people made different foods and he taste tested them.
I remember he was a Klansman in that Jane and Bob movie. That stupid ass movie.
Like I'd have to actually say that Jericho is the featured face for AEW, as in like Warner Media, like be on different programming.
I can see that.
And that was really supposed to be CM Punk when he signed, but like, that's what they were going for.
Hmm.
But that didn't happen. But but Jericho's funny on different stuff.
Yeah, Jericho's hilarious, man. And the thing is, he's naturally funny. He's not
Oh,
trying
not
to be funny. He's
not.
actually really funny.
I wish I quit showing that with the mummy or whatever they call that thing.
The
The Yeti.
Yeti. I don't know. I'm not sure. There's nothing about that says Yeti.
Came out earlier this month, pretty new. And no, he doesn't die. He had a small speaking role. Well, I didn't
Oh,
know.
okay.
Mother checked that movie out. I didn't know he was in there.
Hell yeah.
I
You're
know
looking at
Mira.
it, Fardo. Appreciate that.
I know Mira was in a series or movie or something.
I know that Samoa Joe was Sweet Tooth in the um uh damn it, I'm trying to remember the fucking Twisted Metal movie coming out. He was a Sweet Tooth.
Samoa Joe should play the Tooth Fairy because didn't The Rock play him first? And then was Van Diesel.
Yeah, The Rock.
I should do
Van Diesel
Samoa
also
Joe.
did it.
That'll be funny. Samoa Joe. Oh, on Wednesday they added today that on Wednesday it's gonna be Samoa Joe versus Brian Cage for the ROH Television Championship.
Oh, nice.
That's like a dream match of one of mine. Ever since Samoa Joe got signed to AEW.
That's gonna be awesome. I love how Macho Man marks out to his fireworks. I love that. So, yeah, give him those fireworks. Yeah.
He's the only one that put over Slim Jim the most.
Yeah. Yeah,
I miss
Slim Jim.
commercials.
Slim Jim's got him a mansion.
Mm.
Well, the Eddie was Jericho in disguise. Unless he was wearing stilts, I mean, that'd be awesome.
David Pinzer. Oh, okay, stop. If you think this is what, but if the Yeti was actually Jericho in disguise and he managed to fool. Wow.
That'd be pretty cool. You take all the wrapping tape off, jump off the stilts. But Jericho is a master of disguise, so
Hmm.
you never know.
I kind of wish he would cut his hair like back to shorter like he did in WWE before he left. I just want to see that one time in AEW.
Have him come out in a suit and not say a word to anybody.
I liked his heel in 2008, 2009 when we get Rey
Hmm.
Mysterio, John Cena. But now it just seems like he's always in a he always has to have he always has to have a faction.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all right to have that, but I feel they're just overdoing it. Then Jericho always comes up with a new slogan every week. Like first it was the demo god, then it was the champion, then
No, first it was the champion, then it was Demo God.
it was demo god, then it was
Yeah.
a little bit
The
of the
Wizard.
bubbly, the wizard, a little bit of the bubbly. No, a little bit of the bubbly was a hit. I like that one.
Yeah.
That's
That was
so
good.
that and that made a lot of money too.
It tastes really
Shirts,
good too. They actually did sell that. They actually did sell some of that bubbly, and it was good.
they sold that. They made a lot of money off merchandise, buying the actual bubbly. They made a lot of money off that. But Jericho's had the most
Jeez.
slogans in AEW, which some of them he's made work, but just some of them. The one he's going by now, that
Hmm.
BWE, I don't know what he's. I forget what he calls
He's a
it.
sports and he's a sports entertainer right now.
Well, he was saying Tony Schiavone the we. I don't know what he was saying. The we BD or I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Him and Flair are like masters of disguise.
Yeah,
See
Flair
that?
is a master of disguise. He was a stunt. He was a. Yeah, I do remember that. He was he dressed up as an old woman and jumped. I forgot who he jumped, but he jumped the rails dressed as an old woman. That was hilarious.
Mm,
Remember they
okay.
on commentary they said they're like some old lady is beating this beating up. So I forgot who he jumped. I'm trying to remember who he jumped out at. It could have been Hogan, but I remember he jumped. He was dressed up as like an old lady sitting on ringside. Like he jumped out, just started punching the dude. Like there's some old woman out here attacking. Oh, it was hilarious. Hold on one second. Be right back.
All right. It's a long pay per view. It's only 2 hours though. No AEW's pay per views last like 4 hours. But considering they only have four pay per views a year, I could see why a little bit. Savage and Luger was big, are big rivals in WCW. Superstars. Why don't you just call them wrestlers? It's superstars. Savage elbow. That was good. The Jimmy Hart's distraction. Probably would have won the match. Wasn't for that. I'm throwing that Jimmy Hart. Well, missed him.
All right, I'm back. Sorry for the long wait, everybody. Oh, Luger took him out. Wonder where Connor went. The stream's not dead. I just had to get the door, and I was coming. I'm not sure where Connor went. I guess his internet went out, but I had to go get some trick or treaters from the door. Sorry for the long wait, folks.
All right, sorry about that.
But I am here. There's Connor.
Yeah, I don't know what computer just froze.
It happens.
Hey, yeah, I was sitting here and I froze. Stupid.
We are
Oh,
here. Do not worry, folks.
that's not the first time that's happened. What was it, the Bret Hart thing we did?
Yeah.
That was a disaster. I want to do
Kept
another
having.
Bret Hart thing to make up for that. Because there's a lot of good Bret Hart matches. Well, we watched them, but it's just everything went wrong. Everything that could go wrong went wrong.
It was a bunch of technical difficulties that night. I remember.
I think at
But
one
we're
point no
we're
one was in the stream. I think at one point no one was in the stream. Like like it was kind of like a few minutes ago, but
hmm
you were still logged in and everything, but no one was in. Like no one was
yeah.
anything.
And once again, folks, I
I,
apologize. There was trick or treaters at my door. That I could not help.
trick
I turned my light off. I thought I had it off the first time, but I guess I didn't.
What timestamp are you at?
Right now, I'm at 1:30. At 1:31.
Commercial. My computer normally doesn't freeze up like not coming in and out.
Oh, there it goes. Well, I guess Connor's having technical difficulties tonight, so please forgive us, folks. There he is.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I froze. I don't know what's going on. I can find till now.
It's cool, man. I mean, technical difficulties happen.
That's all I met. You got a shot master to the true master of disguise. Yeah, I guess. So,
He's up there at Daniel Day Lewis. I'll
who's
give you
Day
that.
Lewis? Daniel Day Lewis.
It's an actor that plays all kinds of different characters. He's actually a really good actor.
Stinger
He's
replacement
a
card.
Yeah, I think so. He's what you would call Daniel Day Lewis is what you would call, I guess, in today's world, a character actor. He can play any kind of character, kind of like Johnny Depp.
On your look on your end, is it showing Flair versus Sting?
Yeah, the promo.
Yeah.
Special
I'll,
grudge match.
I'll be right back. I have to get my phone charged. My phone goes dead.
All right, do what you gotta do. The Nature Boy with all the drip. All the drip. coming down with the purple. You gotta admit, he had probably one of the coolest entrances in wrestling history. I mean, because he was a shit and he knew he was. You know, that pyro and those lights, it just all works. It just all works. Then we got Surfer Sting coming down.
All right, back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. This is something that has one bar, like on the. I
Hmm.
don't know why it does that sometimes. I'm not. I'm freezing up.
Nobody's having technical difficulties. It happens. All right, I'll read your question now since it hasn't popped up. Uh, you think about people saying all Sting. Oh, thought he was there. All Sting does is rip off comics. Oh, there he is.
Uh, whoever that was. What do you guys think about people saying all Sting does is rip off comic? Besides
Uh,
the joke, besides the Joker, I don't think he copied anyone with the Crow. I don't know
that's true.
any.
And
I don't know any comic
I
person
don't.
that has a Crow. I guess the
I mean,
Scarecrow, but
no,
I
I
highly
mean
doubt. Like I highly doubt Sting
the
never
Joker
did
Sting.
who
I
the
think
Scarecrow is. Yeah, in a TNA.
nah. But I mean, at the same time, did he come up with that, or was that just creative given to him? I don't know if he came up with that whole angle, that whole thing.
Joker Sting.
Yeah, all that stuff. I didn't know if it was given to him or did he come up with it.
I don't know. Because I know at that time, I think Dixie was running things. It might have even been when Hogan was there. I don't know.
Hmm.
Because if Hogan
And see,
was
that's the thing.
there,
I
you
mean,
never know.
yeah, I mean that's the thing. Though. I mean, you can't blame bad creative on the wrestler themselves. I mean, a lot of the times it's not their idea. Most of the time, it's just what's given to them, and they have to play it out.
But Sting was able to reinvent himself and make it work.
Yeah.
No matter how, like, he went from Surfer Sting to a darker side of Sting to the Wolfpack to
Hmm.
going to TNA, becoming a like I felt when he went to TNA, he became a completely different Sting.
Yeah.
Like he won world champions. I feel like that was his peak in TNA to me. It was like when WWE WWE like went out of business and Jeff Jarrett started TNA. It was basically the alternative to what WCW was.
Right.
Um, and when Sting got brought in, I feel like he a lot of good matches in TNA. And then once he went to WWE, that kind of
Hmm.
he only had a few matches in WWE. His best ones were really the only ones he had, which was Triple H and Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
But Sting's always been able to reinvent himself and make it work.
Yeah, Sting's always going to be cool. As far, I mean, when it comes to wrestling fans, especially diehard wrestling fans, Sting is always going to be awesome.
I don't have one bad thing to say about Sting. I
Right.
can't think. I can't find anything to think. Have anything to say that's bad about Sting.
There's very few people that can. I mean, you can, and that's another thing. You can find you'll be kind of kind of looking for nothing if you find like somebody to talk bad about Sting because it seems like nobody. I mean, even on wrestling, even on shoot, these shoot interviews, nobody ever talks bad about him. They've always got good stuff to say about him.
Mm-mm. I feel like he was a very loyal guy to whatever company he was with. You know, whether it be WWE or he committed to it. He committed to what he signed on for, and
Yeah.
he may not liked it, but he's still. Which he only had two matches in WWE. Well, he went against Triple H. He had a tag match on Raw and went against Seth Rollins. I can't think of any others.
I mean, no, I can't think of any more either.
Ooh, that was good.
What time stamp are you on right now? Oh, there we go. This happens all the time, folks. Technical difficulties. Oh, so okay. So the crow sting was given to him, but the Joker was all him. I didn't know that. I did not know that, Eduardo. And to be honest with you, I mean, I don't see a problem with wrestlers using comic books for inspiration. I think the majority of wrestlers do that anyway. You know, I mean, I don't have a big problem with it. I don't think it's ripping off. I think it's kind of taking inspiration from it all. I think it's a big difference from ripping something off and taking inspiration from it. It'd be a total rip off if he did the Joker paint, then called himself you know like the Jester. That'll be a rip off. But he was just being himself in a different way. You know. The Madonna of wrestling, if you want to call it that. I mean, him and Jericho have that in common. They can reinvent themselves and it'll still be awesome. Ooh, Sting is not selling that chop. Oh no, whoa! The ref looked right. I could have sworn the ref saw that, didn't he?
What timestamp are you at?
Right now I am at 141, and Ric Flair just gave Sting a low blow.
I'm at 141 as well. He's right now. They're showing Connor Parker and what's her name, Sherry.
You may be a little bit ahead of me.
I'm 141.46.
Yeah, I'm still. All I see is Ric Flair stumping on Sting right now.
This is a classic for sure. This match is.
Yes, and
Um,
the story that these two have, man, is like the rivalry always was there. Like no matter what, it's like it kept on going. Like and I think that was like the last match on the last Nitro was Sting and Ric Flair.
I will say that every match on this card has been very, very good, except for the Big Bubba Rogers. And no disrespect to Hacksaw, but the finish was good. How the
Yeah,
distraction was, but compared to all the other matches, it's like all the matches have been pretty decent. The
yeah.
DDP and Johnny B. Bad was a good match. Chris Benoit and whatever his name was, I can't believe Chris Benoit lost that match, but that was still a good match.
Mm,
Luger and Randy Savage was pretty good.
yeah.
This match is really good, and the women's match, like that was good as well.
I mean, believe it or not, I think the best match so far was the first one with Johnny B. Bad
Yeah,
and DDP. That was a great match. That's probably probably like I said earlier, probably one of the best matches on the card.
Chris Benoit and what's his name was very good too, but I still gotta agree that for like DDP and Johnny Bad still have match of the night.
Yeah.
But every match has been pretty decent.
Oh yeah, I totally agree.
I don't like how sometimes well, at least in this era of Nitro, like they'll put like the best match on first, and they'll put like a crappy match like Hulk Hogan or something in the main event.
Yeah.
I get why they do that because of ratings, because Hulk Hogan's the big draw.
Yeah.
But at that time, it really was just about ratings, especially to someone like Ted Turner. Like they were just focused on beating WWE,
Yeah, it's
like
really all they cared about.
anything they could, and look where it got them.
Right.
I mean, it went good when they was competing against WWE for a little while, but I thought they did it to themselves a little
Yeah.
bit. Like they asked
Kind of
for it,
shot themselves in the foot.
and you crown someone like David Arquette, Miss Roots as world champion. That's stupid. And like that was 20 something years ago. That's still stupid.
I
Whoever
mean,
booked that,
yes, it
whoever
was
booked that,
stupid.
whoever booked that should be ashamed of themselves. And Bischoff, if it's your idea, I don't know.
I think Vince Russo was very happy with himself with that decision.
I'm sure he was. Ran a whole company down the drain.
That's true. He made a lot of money doing it.
Then went to TNA after for a little bit.
I almost did it there.
Yeah, and they kicked his. But I don't know why Jeff Jarrett allowed him there because he was the owner of it at the time. Jeff Jarrett was.
He wanted some of that attitude era rub. Try to get some of that, try to get some of that, in his company. And the thing is, you can't trap lightning in a bottle twice. It's impossible. It's impossible to recreate what the attitude era was. They're trying to do it, but you can't do that.
You have to create your own era.
Right? And they all ripped that off of ECW. I mean,
Everyone's ripped off of ECW with hardcore stuff. Well, if it wasn't
yeah,
for ECW, there would be no extreme, like going to the extreme of the extreme.
yeah. As far as
Like
being,
they
as far as having a product be reality based, ECW was like the first product that I've ever seen that was kind of reality based.
before ECW, WWE, and there's before ECW, WWE and WCW was not doing hardcore stuff. Like I feel like WWE took advantage of it first because
Yeah,
they came out with the hardcore title. They did a lot more matches with ladders, tables, chairs. They
yeah,
did a lot more of that stuff. And WCW kind of tried to copy WWE in a way. They came up with their own hardcore title and stuff, but it still wasn't extremely like WWE did it
right.
compared to the two. But ECW does play a major part in that in the Monday Night Wars in the war.
Oh yeah, oh
Even
yeah.
though even though they weren't even one step of competing with any of them, they helped both of them out.
That's true. And I mean, if it wasn't for ECW's Revolution, There wouldn't have been like an attitude, in the
Mm,
WWE, in the WWE.
yeah,
I mean, you can. I mean, a lot of people don't see the correlation and don't see how that makes sense. But if you look back in time, I mean, the WWE, they didn't start doing bloody matches and hardcore table matches and having
so
weapons
ECW.
until ECW became popular. Then they're
And
like,
like
okay, wait
even
a second, we got to get into that. We got to do what they're doing.
and like in those I watch them a lot. The Monday Night War documentaries. It's like a full series, and it has where like even Vince McMahon said himself that he took the adaptation from ECW's hardcore style, tried to translate into something in with WWE with the hardcore title, a lot more weapons and matches, blood. And I feel like WCW really never capitalized on hardcore. I mean, I haven't really watched any WCW hardcore matches that I can recall.
I mean, if you can call them hardcore, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're all right. I
I
wouldn't call
mean,
them hardcore.
I feel like WWE had the best. Like in that era, they did it the best. Like
Yeah,
taking the adaptation from ECW.
I agree. I mean, but I mean, all that came from the early days of ECW. And I don't
Yeah.
think that ECW got the credit that they deserve, honestly speaking. I don't think they got the credit that they should have gotten.
What timestamp are you at?
Right now, I am at 149, and Ric Flair's laying in the middle of the ring. Are you kidding me? Somebody's at my door again. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Somebody came to my door again. At the light is supposed to be off. Hold on.
Uh, Sting won the match. 149. Sting's theme song, I guess. Oh, he's copying. Well, Flair's on the top rope. Threw him off. Sting reversed the figure four leg lock. Superplex off top rope. Sting turns it into Scorpion Deathlock. There's win by Scorpion Deathlock. He hasn't tapped. This is still a replay, too. He never tapped in the replay, but I assume he tapped later on. And in this World War III battle royal type thing, there's a lot of like when they start introducing the names, like it's just so many people they're bringing out at one. Like not you're not doing like the WWE style where one after another. They send everyone out there at the same time, like all 60 people in the ring all together at the same time. Then eliminations occur until there's one person left. That's three rings too.
All right, I'm back.
Oh man, commercial. Not cool.
You're at a commercial now.
Yeah, something not cool.
I think I'm back. No, I think I just have a commercial. So
Is it
I'll
showing
pause
a
until
like
you go
ad?
back in.
Is it showing a
It's showing.
where is it showing on your end? Like a preview for the World War Three?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's showing for me. I just went out of the commercial.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Streamlabs isn't working. I think everything's working on here.
Yeah, seems
or is
fine
he?
on
I
this end.
mean, I I had a few problems earlier, but
I'm not
got some
signed
mental.
into it, so
I don't know. I know I had a few problems earlier, but it seems the mine's been good now.
yeah. I mean, every now and then I run into issues, but mine's just working pretty well right now. I,
Like, can you?
well, I haven't signed into it lately, so I'm pretty much just
What
going
is
with it.
what is what is Streamlabs?
Streamlabs, that's another thing that you can use to stream. Another platform to use to stream.
Because I use what's the Streamyard?
StreamYard, yeah.
Another one,
I haven't u-
Streamlabs.
I haven't used Streamlabs in a while. I'm not even logged into it, so I do
I
have
don't
an account though.
like. I don't know if what I was talking about our stream or just talking about Streamlabs in general. Because I feel like right now everything's pretty set. Like
Yeah,
I
we're yeah we're good right now. So
like always like I have the live StreamYard thing right here. Then I also open a tab for my YouTube account to watch how it shows everything.
mm.
So
Oh,
sometimes
okay, okay.
so sometimes on my end, like I mute the volume so there's no backplay, but sometimes I'm blurry on there, but I'm clear on here.
Yeah.
So
My advice is like if you're gonna watch it, put it on like another device,
yeah.
so it won't interfere, or it won't lag.
Well
And at the
like it
same time,
doesn't
in it, oh, go
well
ahead.
like it does oh it doesn't do that all the time. It just sometimes like when the like internet acts up,
Yeah.
then it does that, but normally it doesn't cause a lag unless the volume's up on it.
Mm.
I hear they booing Hulk Hogan.
It sounds like
That
it.
was a that
Yeah, it
was a
sounds like
whole
they're booing him.
that was a whole heap of boos. Whoever they were,
That was.
uh, he started doing his stuff. And I was like,
Either that or somebody was walking out.
yeah, I feel like someone was
Somebody,
walking out. They were booing because at this time no one was booing Hogan.
but
I
what
don't feel.
timing was that? That was some great timing. He comes into the shot and
Yeah,
everybody boos.
yeah, they booed him real. Whoever that was.
That was great. Friendship aside, if that happens, I'm gonna throw each and every one of you out from my belt, brother.
Mhm.
Because Hulk Hogan doesn't care, brother.
What do you sense here at the very last second? It's not a six. Did you say a 16-man battle royal?
I think so. I think that's what he said. Either that or he just stumbling over his words. He's known to do that.
Yeah.
I just feel like if you poke him with a needle, he'll just bust.
The a ticking time bomb. It's just
with his with
yeah.
his hot dog skin.
Uh, he would boo Hogan. Yeah, like when Hogan was coming out and I was getting ready to do this interview, I don't know there was a bunch of boos, but they're, they're not showing anyone that came out. So I'm assuming they were booing Hogan. That's weird for 1995 for them to boo Hogan.
I mean, maybe they saw the future.
Right.
And when the steroids go pumping, brother, when the steroids are pumping through my body, brother, I got the power of the Hulkamaniacs, brother. What you gonna
That's
do when those roids go wild on you?
well.
Oh,
So
come
Hulk
on,
Hogan.
everybody knows he was on it.
So Hulk Hogan's the world champion, but the Giant just took it.
He's not
So
my
they're
world
crown.
champion.
So they're crowning a new world champion, and well, I think he won the match, but he won it by disqualification. So he's not
Mm-hmm.
technically the new champion. So they're doing this battle royal to determine a new champion.
Yeah.
Well, and they got different. Like in this match, they have like three sets of commentary teams. Like they got Tony Schiavone and Bobby Heenan, and they're showing now Eric Bischoff and Dusty Rhodes. And
Hmm.
I believe Larry Sabisco should be one of them on one of these
Yeah.
commentary tables.
Oh, got Dusty Rhodes on the microphone right now.
Does he really talk like that?
No, not really.
Because I see
I
sometimes
mean,
and
he has a lisp, but this right here, this part right here, this is all for show. This is all for show. But
I
like if
see
you met him, like when he was alive, when you met him, he talked like he just talked like naturally, like normally. Like when he was on camera and like in front of fans and everything, he'd kick it up a notch. He make you feel what he was feeling. He make you talk just like this. He make you think that he was all hype. He was all excited to see the fight. He was the greatest entertainer in the world. Next to Muhammad Ali.
that was a good impersonation.
Thank you.
Because I remember they were doing it was a documentary, the Performance Center. He talked like that, but in some interviews on YouTube, he didn't.
Yeah. Like he would have a normal speaking voice, but when he was on, he turned on like this, daddy. You understand? He'd make you listen. He'd make you want to pay attention to what he was saying.
Because some people said that he had a speech impairment, reason he talks like that.
No, it was pretty much the same thing. Cody, pretty much the same that Cody has is the lisp. Cody has the same lisp.
Ring 3. Yeah, Larry Sabisco.
Armstrong,
Is
jumping
it
Joey Mags.
what timestamp are you at?
Okay, there's Disco. Yeah, you're right. Disco just walked out. I'm at 2 hours and 10 seconds. I just saw Disco walk out. Lex Luger, Eddie Guerrero, Cobra. Fucking Cobra's still there? I didn't even know he was still there at this time.
Who's coming out on your end?
Chris Kane just walked out. Marcus Bagwell.
Yeah, I forgot.
Then a tall ass scorpion walked out.
VK Wall Street, DDP, Scott
Zodiac.
Hall,
Oh god.
Brian Pillman. Yeah, this is what I was talking about a few minutes earlier. That everyone's in the ring. Like they don't do like one by one. Like they put everyone in the ring.
Yeah. They cleared the locker room's cleared out. The one man
I
gang.
I like that though. They're putting
Craig
everyone on.
Pittman.
See the one that, or is that Sergeant? Wait, is it Sergeant
Sergeant
Craig
Craig
Pittman or
Pittman.
he has that weird theme song?
Yeah.
Oh, William Regal.
Uh-oh.
Why
Scotty
does he walk like
Riggs, Johnny B. Bad, Mario coming out.
Jerry's? Axel,
Mario came out in front of William Ringle.
Booker T, Flair, and of course the last one, Hulk Hogan. Of course, he gets the last entrant.
Of course.
But isn't Paul White in this? I didn't see him come out. Did you?
I think he was one of the first ones, I thought. I could be wrong. You see how now it's all about Hulk Hogan?
That's centered about
Screw
Paul.
you, Hulk Hogan. I've never been a Hulkamaniac. I was in the madness. I was into the madness. I've never been into Hulkamania.
Love Mr. James' impression of Hogan. Sounds like new Mike Tyson. Speaking of
Thank
Mike,
you.
holy sh-
I
yeah,
could do a Mike
Cobra.
Tyson impression too. I mean, it's not hard.
Speaking of Mike Tyson, he's gonna be on Rampage this Friday. He's gonna be on commentary doing something. And
I wonder what they have in store with that, man. I'm
and Jericho's on Jericho's on commentary for Rampage most of the time, so
yeah.
they might be on the commentary booth together.
Hmm.
I don't think it's going to increase ratings majorly though.
How much do you think they paid Michael Buffer to say those words?
At least
Let's get ready to rumble.
in 1995, I say at least $20,000, maybe more than that.
I'm thinking it's way more than that. Maybe close to
Probably,
50.
yeah, probably more than that. But today, at least $1 million. More than that.
Today, that dude getting paid big time to say those words.
Like just for boxing, like $1 million, 2 million. Back then, yeah, I say 50,000, probably like maybe even 75,000 or 100,000. Never know.
Did you know that Michael Buffer was smart enough to trademark that? He was smart enough to copyright it, trademark it. So if anybody else tries that, he can sue.
I'm glad Chris is not on here to say that. Oh my god. Oh, that would be so bad. No offense if you're watching this, Chris, but
Shout out to Chris, man. We love you on the All Elite podcast, man. On All Elite Zone podcast. We're just joking around.
that would be bad. Because they would cut like that, like the whole sayings. Like he's very smart to do that because he really came up
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
That would. A lot of people don't believe that Mr. JL is actually Jerry Lynn.
That's
He
true.
even denies it to this day. But it's
He keeps it up. He keeps up the kayfabe. I like that.
yeah.
I respect that.
I remember it's not wrestling related, but in the Spider-Man No Way Home, Andrew Garfield denied over and over and over he was not in the movie. I'm not in the movie. I'm not in the movie.
Yeah.
And then he said, "You're gonna be very disappointed when you see the movie." And then the day before the movie, he said, "I'm telling you one last time, you're gonna be very disappointed. So if you bought tickets, you may not want to go." Then apparently him and Tony McGuire was at the opening night. They snuck him in or something. And then when people saw the movie and he was in it, he said, "I'm not in the movie. That's totally photoshopped. Stop believing stop believing everything you see. I am not in the movie." He played that thing to the rumors all the way
he
till that
stuck.
thing. Yeah,
He,
until that
he
movie
stuck
came
to the
out.
BS. He stuck to the bullshit.
And even when he was in the movie, he still.
That's not me. That's Photoshop. That's not me. That's so easy to do these days.
But he made it seem like I actually believed him that he wasn't going to be in the movie at first, because how much he was saying it. Like he said, "I swear I am not in this movie."
Yeah.
And even other cast members he's very close friends with asked him, like, "Are you in the movie?" He said, "No, I'm not in the movie. Quit asking me."
Yeah.
He lied to a whole lot of people about that, which I would have
That's,
too, because that's a
yeah.
huge deal.
I
They
mean, think
made
about it.
sure,
CM Punk did the same thing for a long time. He said he was never going to come
yeah,
back.
like that's
But
kind
he
of what,
knew in his mind, he knew in his mind if he got paid the right amount of money, he'd be back.
like, and that was all the same year in 2021 where CM Punk came back. It was kind of the same thing where the rumors of CM Punk signed with A, like there was reports of him signing to AEW, but AEW, but no one knew if it was actually true. But he was on a podcast and they asked him like Darby Allin was mentioning the best in the world, and they asked him about it. He said straight face and no, well I assume it's Brian Danielson,
I
straight face and everything. He made
mean, I
sure
mean,
he made sure you believe that he's not going to be on there, but they sold out that whole thing and made a big rating just based off a rumor.
man, he's not lying on me. I mean, you want to put the best technical wrestler out there. I mean, it's kind of hard to.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to put. It's kind of hard to dismiss Danielson.
See, that's one match I still want to see in AEW. CM Punk and Brian Danielson.
Yes, I feel like we're never gonna get that now.
I just need
It sucks.
I just need to kiss and make up at this point. They're just robbing the fans and themselves out of money.
I mean, I think it's too little, too late because now you have legal and you have lawyers
Yeah,
involved. You have attorneys involved. I
they
mean,
could
back
just
in the
drop it
day,
all.
attorneys were never involved in wrestling. Now people are calling to the attorneys and saying, "I'll sue you." What the hell?
I wish they just drop it all. I kind of wish this was all at work, but I know it's not. I wish it
No, it's not at
was.
work at all.
I wish it was.
And the thing is that what really sucks is that people, the majority of the people don't even remember what happened that pay per view, but they remember what happened on the scrum. They remember seeing Punk starting a whole bunch of BS. They remember the fight. They remember all that. It's like the pay per view became like a second thought. And
See,
that's what I think is messed up.
I still remember, like I was there, and I
Yeah,
remember everything. And a lot of people want to say that the CM Punk and Moxley match was bad. I was there. That match was not as bad. They're just saying that now because of what he did. Like just because he did what he did doesn't mean the match was not good. But because like when I was there, like I was where I was seated at, and they came to the crowd, I was able to like see him very closely.
yeah,
But I feel like all of CM Punk's matches are very well paced.
yeah. I agree with that.
He's very he reminds me a little bit about Terry Funk and some of his match, not all of them, but just some ways that Terry Funk was very well paced.
Yeah,
I hope CM Punk's able to, but they're gonna have to come up with something because this will be a huge loss for AEW.
I think so too. I mean, but thing is, this won't make or break AEW. AEW was there before CM Punk. They're going to be there
Yeah,
after. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be tough getting those ratings back as far as what they had with CM. But as far as the company going down or having a huge downfall, I mean, sure it happens. It's gonna happen. I don't think it's because of CM Punk leaving. I think it's because of a number of things backstage. Number one, have more control of creative. Number two, I think have people back there that know what they're doing and don't have a group of yes men that just want to that just want to appease to what you're saying. Have people actually have good opinions, good thoughts, add into the product instead of it being this kind of mediocre kind of thing. And I'm not saying that AEW is mediocre. I'm saying that with the booking lately, it's become kind of lackluster, and I
Yeah,
don't. And
it's
and,
just
and that's the thing. I
some.
mean,
You know,
go ahead.
yeah, it's just some. I can see like, oh, what was it here recently? Oh, the Guns beating FTR.
Yeah,
I don't get. I don't really get that. And a lot of the, I get you want to showcase Ring of Honor, but you're making it overshadow anything in AEW now
yeah.
at the point that really should just be an ROH show at this point. Like, I mean, I thought I was watching All Elite Wrestling, put that on my TV, but I
It's
get that,
supposed to be there.
but I get they're trying to keep ROH relevant, but they need their own weekly show.
I agree. I feel like Tony Khan bought Ring of Honor and Ring of Honor, and now it's like, now what am I
But
going to do with it? Now
but
what?
he said that a weekly show is coming in the new year. Whether it's going to be with Water Media or not, there's supposed to be something. Which I seen that he talked to Water Media about a weekly ROH show and a weekly All Elite Women show. But I think
I
that's
wouldn't mind that.
but I think that's like a kind of like a documentary. Well, not like a documentary, but kind of like how Total Divas was in a way. I think, or
Hmm.
something along the lines of that. I think I'm not for
Yeah.
sure, but I know that's two things, and they trademarked that too.
Hmm.
But
I mean,
hopefully, and hopefully sometime before this year's over, they announce it the next year to have a weekly ROH show.
that'd be nice. I mean, because all right, think about this: if they put a weekly ROH show there, and then let's say they extend Rampage, make Rampage 2 hours, you have a lot more time to show off your talent. You have a lot more time to gain fans, gain viewership, and
Yep.
it's a no brainer to me.
Then like imagine like those Grand Slam, like how they had the Grand Slam Rampage. Now how good that 2 hour Rampage was. Imagine that every week,
Exactly,
and how much talent you could expand.
exactly.
I mean, you wouldn't really have to worry about. I mean, there's still some people that won't be on the show. You can't fit everyone into two shows,
Right.
but you'd be using a lot more of the talent than you are now.
I agree.
Which,
I
which I
mean,
hope,
go ahead.
which I hope in this new deal we're in the fall, so they
Hmm.
should. So I'm pretty sure they're in negotiations now for a renewal because normally the fall that's when they start announcing renewals and stuff.
Yeah,
So hopefully in that renewal at some point they allow them to go 2 hours with Rampage.
I
Hopefully,
hope so. I mean,
hopefully they're discussing that because our ratings were up when they went 2 hours and they went right back down when they went back to their old format.
exactly. So I mean, that should be telling them, hey, fans want 2 hours of Rampage.
And
I
even
mean,
the and even
that's a no brainer.
and like even the wrestlers expressed how much they liked that. Like I forget who it was, but they said like can Rampage be 2 hours every week? I forget who it was, but
And I mean, like I said, if you do that, if they were to do all that, I'm telling you, we'll be able to we will be able to see more talent be developed. We'll be able to see more stories, develop. I think it it'll give more time for stories to breathe. I think, and I mean, if anything else, you'll give people that don't have time on TV some TV time that actually do need TV time.
yeah, they really need to get the ROH show going. Then they could do a 2 hour Rampage because if they do a 2 hour Rampage now, they're gonna put a lot of ROH things into that. I feel like so.
Yeah,
First, they really need to get the ROH. Hopefully, at their pay per view in December, the final battle, they announce it then. I'm pretty sure that's when they'll announce it. That would seem like the ideal time to announce something like that.
I hope so. I mean, honestly speaking, I want to see all that happen. I want to see a Ring of Honor TV show. I want to see the women get a tag team division and some tag team belts. I want to see that come down the pike eventually.
think they need hopefully they sign Chelsea Green and Deanna Purrazzo as a tag team. Like they were a tag team in NXT, now they're
Hmm.
a tag team in Impact. And Chelsea Green is no longer with the Impact, I think. I hope AEW reaches out. This will be the second time that they've had a chance to sign her. If they don't sign her this time, they're screwing up.
See, now I've been hearing rumors. Actually, I'm not sure if
That
they are
triple,
true.
that
I'm not
it's
sure if they
true.
are true or not. I've heard that she's signed with WWE.
Yeah, that Triple H has expressed interest if she's not signed
Yeah,
already.
yeah,
But why? Like this is the second opportunity they've had, and they've failed both times. And Chelsea Green's a very great, talented in-ring performer. She
yeah.
has, and from when she was in Impact, well, early days of Impact, she had a very great, edgier character, which was helped by Matt Hardy
Hmm.
um, during that time. But I think once they get Chris Statlander back, they let her a few others,
Yeah.
they'll be set. They'll be set for a tag for a women's tag division.
And the thing is, I can't wait. I really hope that that comes to fruition because I think that's one thing that the women's division needs is a tag team division and to have some tag team titles.
Come on. I hate when every time someone texts me, it takes me off this.
Well, it depends on what kind of phone you have. You can turn those. You can turn those off.
Remember kayfabe? Yeah, some people still got it.
Well, kayfabe is still alive and well. You just have to. Well, I guess you can call it It's more of a zombie nowadays, but it's still alive.
No,
It's
still
undead.
well, yeah. Um, got it back. Y'all two should be the heads of it. That'd be a
Oh, I wouldn't want to be head of AD. I wouldn't mind.
work. I'd
I
work
wouldn't
for.
mind throwing my hat into creative, but I wouldn't want to be ahead of it.
I'd work for AEW. I wouldn't want to imagine Tony Khan's position. How
Yeah, I
stressful that
know.
is. And that's not even all the jobs he has. His dad's with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he has part owner in that. He does something with that. He has his own soccer or football team in the
Yeah, they
UK,
have a soccer. Yeah, yeah.
and Tony's the owner of that. He has AEW, all that in
It's-
one, and
yeah, AEW a soccer team, and he's co-owner of a football team.
that's probably not all he owns. I'm pretty sure wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, so I'm saying, I mean, like, he needs to, in my opinion, I think he needs to have some people there that can take a lot of the slack off of him, because I feel like I could be wrong about this, but I feel like he's putting a lot of pressure on himself to try to make
Yeah,
this company, to try to make the company the quote unquote greatest wrestling company in the world. But I mean, like, you can't do that all by yourself. And I'm sure he has writers and people on creative and all that stuff. But I think that the problem really lies with creative, and I think with the morale backstage, it seems to be like everybody's on the same page. To me, I mean, like,
yeah.
I think
Everyone
that,
acts like it.
yeah. So I
Like
think, like, go ahead.
I was gonna say a lot of people, even though they don't even work for AEW, but they said that they like everything's so toxic backstage. But a lot of people have said it's not as bad as people are thinking it is. Like they
Yeah,
said that since both of the Elite and CM Punk's been gone, everything has been calmer. Which I don't know how it was when they were there because I don't know. And for people like no one knows what actually goes on
yeah,
except for people who were there.
yeah. Check out Brian. Not Brian. Check out uh, Pittman putting the arm lock on a battle royal in a battle royal match. He's not going to tap out.
What time step are you at?
Right now, I am at 221,
All right.
and Brian Pillman Pillman has Hulk Hogan in a headlock beside the ropes. It's like you really look at the ring, you don't know what's really going on, but it's just, and it's really just a bunch of dudes just standing there waiting for their spots. You see Big Bubba just wandering around, and the Giant just wandering around. They're just waiting on their spots.
Are you froze?
I think my camera may be. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you and everything.
All right, I think my camera may be froze. Let me. All right, let me take it off. Hold on. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
No, you're fine as long as I can hear you. Who's going on a stretcher? VK Wall Street?
Yep.
Of course he is. Our Big Bird Rogers shirt is all over the part. Who is that? Is that William Regal just waiting for a spot?
Yeah,
Who is
he's
that
just
man?
waiting. That's William. No, no, no. That's his. That's a. Oh, that's somebody just like him. It's not
Yeah,
beautiful Bobby.
he's in blue.
That is Regal. Yeah, that's Regal. That's Regal. Yeah,
He is
I
sitting
forget he was
there.
he was a lot thinner back then.
There's a lot of them just sitting there waiting for their spot. But that's why they have three rings. I thought
Exactly.
because
If
at
you notice,
first,
that's what the majority of them are doing. They're waiting on their spot.
oh, I don't know who that was. Is that because it was Dave Taylor.
Eddie Guerrero's getting on the top rope. Why are you getting on the top rope in a battle royal? Don't do that.
That's a bad. That's not a good idea. It's backfired on a lot of people. What's he gonna do?
That's the worst thing you can do in a battle royal is get on the top rope.
He's just standing there. Well,
Every man for them.
okay. I okay. I don't know what that was.
Whoa.
Jerry Sags is out. I don't know what he thought he was doing there. He just stood on the top rope, and I don't know. There's just too many people in this one ring overshadowing everything. And like, this is a good concept, but that's one thing you're supposed to have three rings. Some other people are moving to another ring, I think. Yeah, I bet they told him to go to another ring.
Yep.
Some of them. Yeah, because was it Luger and Savage in another ring?
Yep. My camera's still frozen for some reason. I'm not sure why my camera just went out, folks, but I apologize.
Yeah, Regal's out.
Yep.
So long, folks. Mm,
Oh, Diamond Dallas is like, oh God.
Imagine
Okay,
if
they pulled both. Okay, Diamond Dallas and Johnny B. Bad are out.
imagine if Mr. Jacobs pulls Vince Russo makes himself the champ. and
I wouldn't do that. I don't. I'm not worthy of holding the gold.
the one thing I
I'll be.
will say about Tony Khan is a lot of like he's even said that he doesn't want to be an on-screen character. Um, but there is times he has been on TV. Um, I guess the New Japan announcement, he bought ROH, and when he had to
Yeah.
announce, he he had announced he vacated the titles, but he's never had an on-screen character, and
Right.
he said it since day one, and he's kept his word on that. And I like that he doesn't want to overshadow his wrestlers. He wants to give them the spotlight because like they're the ones risking their lives.
Right.
I'll still always like Tony Khan because if it wasn't for Tony Khan, I probably wouldn't be watching wrestling anymore. Because I was getting out of wrestling before AEW, like 2018. WWE was getting terrible. I tried watching. I was getting into Impact a little, but I could just see myself dwindling out of it.
Yeah.
But AEW got that spark back into wrestling for me.
That's awesome. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that wrestling comes into its ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? Like, every couple of years it becomes unpopular. Every couple of years, people kind of stop watching it. But then something happens that brings you back.
And like I even told Tony Khan when I met him, um, like thank you for starting AEW because a lot of people said the same thing that they were on the verge of, or some people digged out of wrestling and they came back to wrestling to watch AEW. And a lot of people like to bash Tony Khan, but if it wasn't for AEW, we 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 would have never gotten the return of CM Punk probably.
Right.
Sting may have not ever came back to wrestle. Would we just seen him his last match against Seth Rollins in a bad way? Probably would have never
I mean,
seen. We probably
I
wouldn't have
think
seen DDP wrestle.
right. I think personally, what Tony Khan did was, restore a lot of people's faith in wrestling, in what it can be and what it should be.
Would we're hot. Oh man, well, got 2 for 1. I think I know who wins this spot. I think I do. I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, I know he wins it, and
Eddie Guerrero's hanging on. Personally, I want Sting to win. He's just always been like when I think of WCW, I think of Sting. Oh, there goes
yeah, me
Mr.
too,
Wonderful.
me too.
I was a Ric Flair type. So right there, did you see that when Mr. Wonderful he got flew out of the ring? And Ric Flair, he knows how to. Sometimes his sales can be over the top. Like I remember one
That's
time
the best part about him.
he got knocked down and then he got up and went all the way down to he went out of the ring, all the way to the apron, like all the way to the stage, came all the way back into the ring and fell down.
That's Ric Flair. That's totally Ric Flair.
Not many people left.
I
It's
remember
all
when the first.
people. Oh,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that all the people left in this is all the bigger names: Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Guerrero, Savage, Sting, Arn Anderson.
Yeah. Oh, spine buster on Eddie Guerrero. Oh, by Double A. That was a good one. That was a damn good spine buster.
So yes, you see that like Paul White is beating up on Savage and Eddie Guerrero's trying to go off the ropes, but
Yeah.
he's really trying to watch himself because he's in the way. That seems like it'd be difficult to get a move off without trying to hit someone else. You're not trying to hit, I guess.
Yeah.
Did he Guerrero out?
Not yet.
Because when you go in between the
Oh yeah,
middle
I
rope
think he is out. Yeah.
stinger splash.
Bobby the Brain. See now, I think I do remember who does win this match. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I do remember.
I
It was
think I
in.
know.
I remember it was a controversy. I remember that.
Yeah. There goes Flair. Arn Anderson. Well, no, he's pissed.
You see,
Arn
he is
Anderson.
mad. He is mad as hell.
Wait, wait. Like Arn Anderson's out now too, because Arn Anderson took out Flair, and then someone dumped out
Yep.
Anderson. Ric Flair was pissed. He got up and went to the other ring, and
That was hilarious.
yeah, at this time, Flair and Anderson was starting the Four Horsemen, and he eliminated his own
Hmm.
partner.
Oh,
Can
the
we please
Giants
go?
almost out. Hulk Hogan got them all out. Hulk Hogan,
I
you
saw you.
asshole. Now this is where the controversy comes.
You asshole. Well, there goes Sting. Sting, Giant, and uh, Lex Luger, I think. Yeah, I get. I think I see what you're talking about. That
Yeah, this
the
this is
winner,
where the controversy came.
but there's gonna be a winner, but Hulk Hogan didn't go under the. He didn't.
Exactly.
Yeah, of
Hulk Hogan never did. He never
course,
went over.
of
But
course
the
he did.
refs saw him outside the ring.
You watch. There's gonna be a big.
I mean, the way I see it, the ref sees you outside the ring. Doesn't matter how you got out there. You're out. But
I
hey,
don't know
I'm not.
too.
I didn't book the match.
This Indians.
And you see how Hulk Hogan made it all about him. You see that he made it all about him.
This is so dramatic. Like
Screw you,
everything
Hulk
was good.
Hogan.
Like everything was going fine until I don't know if I would have booked this ending.
The Macho Man won. I don't care what anyone thinks.
Yeah, he's the winner.
The
He
ref
wins the
didn't
match.
see it.
Like he's the
Hulk Hogan's
one that I thought.
complaining.
Like he's the one that I thought wins this match.
I
And
mean,
then
like legitly
and then
on paper, Macho Man wins because the ref didn't see Hulk Hogan get pushed out or get pulled out from under. All they saw was Hulk Hogan standing outside the ring and Macho Man the last one in. If I turned around and saw that, I'd be like, okay, Macho Man's the winner.
fixing to see Mean Gene's fixing to get all dramatic.
Sure, sure. Take Hulk Hogan's side.
Me- Mean Gene's fixing to make it so dramatic.
Mean Gene's not an official. He can't go in there and change anything.
Bobby Heenan's gonna make it dramatic too.
Oh yeah,
Especially during these moments,
you gotta
everything gets
milk it.
dramatic.
You gotta milk it.
Andy Savage is champion.
That's my
Well, they're,
champion right there.
they're booing him. Well, it's kind of a mixture of cheers and boos. Well, John, pull me out of the bottom, brother.
Pour out the bottom, brother. Hulk Hogan is having a fit.
Randy Savage is champion.
I mean, the rules are the last man in the ring is the winner. Who was the last man in the ring? Macho Man Randy Savage. That means he's the winner. Boom.
Or could be the referee. Well, he wasn't in the ring.
No, he was in the ring.
Well, the referee. Yeah,
Answer the question, Hulk Hogan. If that is your real name.
yeah, you did. I mean, I mean, you did
Look,
go.
I mean,
You did get. You did go over the middle of the rope, but you were in the ring.
exactly. The rules are the last one in the ring wins. Randy was the last one in the ring.
He's the one that went
That
outside. He's the one that
means
did
he
that.
is the champion.
I'm gonna tell you something, brother.
That's clear cut.
I, I remember when I remember when the Rock did that. Let me tell you
I
something,
mean,
brother.
yep. Let me tell you something, brother. Here's a drinking challenge for you. Every time Hulk Hogan says brother, take a shot. Don't do that, you'll die.
He's mocking. Uh,
We're gonna talk turkey, dude.
you had too many chances. You had a chance at Halloween Havoc against Paul White.
Right.
You
How
won the
many
match.
bites of the apple does one man get?
He's at least had 3 title shots since we've been watching. At least 2 or 3, and every ending's been controversial.
Welcome to alcohol poisoning, brother.
Everyone's leaving now.
Yeah, they're all gone. They're trying to make traffic.
I'd sit there and wait until the traffic clear out.
Shit,
I
not
have a
me.
bigger
I'll be
ring
one
than
of the
you.
first ones out, so I don't have to get caught up in it.
Oh, here we go, Bobby Heenan.
All right, now true enough, the man went underneath the ropes, but the rules state the last one in the ring is the winner.
Welcome to Alcoholic Poison. Alcoholic Poison.
And by the way, the brain, he didn't just say what I just said. The ref didn't see it. Only thing the ref saw was Macho Man was the last one in the ring. That was it. That's a good question there, Vardo.
Yep, Bobby Heenan said it. If you have a dinner wrestler, that's who would it be? My that's tough.
That's a good question. Any wrestler. Honestly, I wouldn't mind having dinner with Undertaker. Take a couple of take
Mm.
take a couple of shots of Jack and eat some steak.
I
Talk about whatever.
I
It'd be
would
cool.
I'd like to eat dinner with CM Punk at uh what is that place he was eating from? Mindy's Bakery in Chicago.
Oh, I heard they had good stuff there.
Ever since he talked about it on that post media scrum, they've been blowing up with business.
I bet.
And then under Google and their reviews, everyone's saying that they came because of CM Punk, and they've been blowing up with business like never before. And like I actually want to try their stuff now because it looked good from what he had, kind of muffin or pastries.
Yeah, he was eating that during the media scrum. I remember that. Yeah. What a show! What a show! It was better than I. It was actually better than I thought than I remember it being. The first few matches at the beginning. I mean, DDP and the Wild Man, Johnny B. Bad. That was probably one of the best matches of the night. Number one to me.
Yeah, I still say that's one of the best matches of the night. The first match. I feel like this is the best pay per view that we've watched so far. Of all the pay per views that we've watched so far on the All Elite Zone, this has been the best one. Uh, like match by match. I thought every match by match, was very good. Um, I actually feel like every other match was better than the main event.
Yeah,
And,
I mean,
and
I particularly like the women's tag team match from the women from Japan. That was pretty dope.
And it feels like though with every WCW show so far that we've watched that the main event, like all of the matches are good, but the main events are always the worst,
Yeah.
mainly because of one person.
Yeah.
Uh,
Who
but
shall
yeah,
remain nameless.
but yeah, that's pretty much it for WCW World War III reaction. We'll
Yeah.
be back next Monday for episode 13 and 14. Be the fallout from World War III, and the following episode in the next episode of that 13 and 14. But yeah, we'll be back Wednesday for Dynamite, uh, and we'll be back for Rampage on Friday. And yeah, and Matt Taven will be on this podcast at the end of November. Uh, I have not announced it on social media, and I will not announce it on social media until I have a confirmed date. But it will
Right.
be at the very end of November, either that Friday or Saturday, either Friday or Saturday at the end of November. But he will be on here.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna post anything and be called false advertisement if one date doesn't work out. But he
Yeah.
will be. But he will be on here. And definitely check out the All Elite's on social media accounts in the description below: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Spotify. I've uploaded a lot of new stuff to Spotify. Still older stuff, trying to work my way up to the recent stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, and we possibly might be getting on another. Um, it's,
Platform.
yeah, it's I forget the name of it, but they sent me uh an email wanting me to put the all eights on their podcast
That's
platform.
great. That's awesome.
Uh, so yeah, I'll probably have more details about that on Wednesday. Um, yeah, and make sure to subscribe to the All Elite Zone channel right here. We're at 237 subscribers. We're gaining subscribers every day. Still trying to get to that goal of 300 before the year's over with.
Let's get it up, folks. Let's get it. Let's get it.
But yeah, we'll see you guys Wednesday for Dynamite.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in with us, folks. Happy Halloween.